Memorial Day weekend just passed. The trails are open, the parks are packed, and everyone is outside with their dogs. And I want to make sure your dog's joints are actually ready for what summer is about to ask of them. Because there's a real difference between a joint that is prepared for increased activity and one that is not. Welcome back to Woof Nutrition. I'm Penny. This is the final video in our May Joints and Mobility series, and I want to close out the month with a practical, actionable summer prep protocol. Whether your dog hikes with you, swims, plays fetch, or simply does more walking in the warmer months, the principle is the same. Gradual load increase on a well-supported joint. Summer presents three specific challenges for joints that most pet parents do not think about. First, and biggest, activity spikes. A dog that has been walking 20 minutes a day in winter suddenly goes on a 2-hour hike or spends a full day at the park. For a joint that has been managing adequately under lighter load, that sudden increase can push it over threshold. Inflammation flares. You see limping or stiffness the next day. The principle is identical to human sports medicine. You do not go from couch to marathon. Build up gradually. Second, heat and dehydration. Heat impairs the body's inflammatory regulation. Dogs in summer heat are losing moisture more rapidly than in cooler months. And as we covered in week 4, dehydration directly compromises synovial fluid quality and cushioning capacity. Hot pavement also changes gait mechanics. Dogs compensate for the discomfort underfoot in ways that alter load distribution to the ankles, knees, and hips. Third, winter weight has not come off. Many dogs gain a small amount of weight over a lower activity winter. Every extra pound translates to 4 to 5 pounds of additional pressure on joints during movement. Summer is often when that extra weight makes its presence felt. Here is what to do right now, before summer activity ramps up further. Do a weight check. Run your hands along your dog's rib cage. You should be able to feel the individual ribs easily without pressing hard, with just a thin layer of fat over them. If you have to press to locate the ribs, or you cannot feel them at all, your dog is carrying extra weight that needs to come down before activity increases. Reduce caloric intake by 10 to 15% and build activity gradually. Start or resume omega-3 supplementation now. The anti-inflammatory effects of EPA and DHA are not immediate. They accumulate in tissue over 2 to 4 weeks. Starting today means they will be working when summer activity peaks in June and July. Check your joint supplement stack. If you are not using anything, now is the time to start. Green-lipped muscle, Boswellia, or a quality combination product. These compounds also need time to build. Starting them the day before a long hike will not help. Baseline your dog's range of motion. Can they do a full clean sit? Do they walk with an even gait on all 4 limbs? Do they rise from lying down easily? These are your benchmarks. If any of these are compromised before summer starts, address them now. Here's the summer joint stack I recommend for an active dog. Daily, all summer. Marine omega-3 at a meaningful therapeutic dose, not a maintenance sprinkle. For a medium to large dog, I'm talking 2 to 3 grams of combined EPA and DHA per day minimum. Daily, green-lipped muscle or a combination joint supplement containing GLM with native type 2 collagen and Boswellia. On high activity days, a gut-supported spore-forming probiotic to manage the microbiome stress that comes with physical exertion, heat exposure, and any variation in diet during travel. The gut joint axis we talked about in week 1 works in both directions. If summer stress compromises the gut, joint symptoms can follow. Post-long activity recovery. Turmeric with black pepper and a fat source for absorption or Boswellia is a short course recovery support after demanding days. And bone broth, year-round but especially in summer. Plain, low sodium broth over meals or as a standalone hydration drink after activity. It's a natural source of collagen, glycosaminoglycans, and moisture. A quick note for cat owners in this community. Yes, indoor cats need summer joint prep too. Summer means windows are open, cats are more active, jumping to sills and ledges, playing more. For a cat with any degree of joint stiffness, which, as I covered in week 3, the majority of cats over 6 have to some degree, increased activity without preparation can mean increased pain. For cats this summer, prioritize moisture above everything else. Cats do not self-regulate water intake well in heat. Fresh water in multiple locations, wet food meals, bone broth added to food. Make sure elevated surfaces your cat loves are accessible without demanding large jumps. Provide steps or ramps where you can, and maintain the supplement protocol from week 3. Marine omega-3, green mussel or native type 2 collagen, reishi mushroom. So this is a wrap on our May Joints and Mobility series. Over 5 weeks, we've covered why most joint protocols fail, the gut joint axis in a real clinical case, feline joint pain and why it goes undetected, 5 dietary changes that reduce joint inflammation, and now the summer prep protocol. If you've been watching this series and want the full structured version, specific products and dosing by weight, the dietary framework, both canine and feline tracks, and the complete protocol build, that is inside the member circle. We are in the final days of our May Joints and Mobility course. There is still time to join and access everything we have built this month. The link is in the description. Thank you for being here all month. Subscribe if you have not already. We have a lot coming as summer unfolds. Take one thing from this series and implement it for your pet this week. Even one change makes a real difference. I will see you in June.